Hey guys. Kind of weird. I clicked go live and there was like a lag, so it showed Photoshop and whatnot. But welcome. We're gonna be doing a single player playthrough with Utgard, and yeah, we've got. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be doing a Hellbless. We're gonna be doing against Impossible AI. We're gonna try. Let's go through the mods we're going to use, which are mostly just kind of quality of life things. Improve casting AI. We're going to put this on the single player version. Thematic Gem Gen, and then Rebirth, and then Worthy Heroes. One thing I would often put on is this, the AI No Recruit. Somebody was saying in the last video that I did of, against the AI that they're actually harder with this off. And I assume they've tested it or something, so we'll try it out, see if there's a lot more stuff. Okay, so let's do that and start. We're going to play, I'll also kind of share, it's not important or hard, but I had made a set of maps that are just like generic starts for 12 player maps, which is what most people kind of play for multiplayer. And, is a 0 underwater variety, a 1 underwater variety, and a 2 underwater variety. So we'll play on this one, but if you want to start a game and you don't want to have like map nuke set up, you can do this. You won't get like thematic nation starts, like you won't start in a forest if your nation normally does. But getting all that right can be kind of annoying if you have to do it in map nuke. I mean, it's totally worth doing if you're going to be playing a long form game and everybody knows how to do it. But if that's going to be a barrier to like starting up a game, spending 30 minutes doing that, then anyway. Okay, Utgard. So Utgard is a nation in the late age, and they are really strong. You can play them a lot of different ways. We're going to play them in kind of a meme way, which I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form you do this in a multiplayer game. Oh, somebody bought the game today. Nice. But we'll go through the troops real quick. We'll do a quick national overview. Let me get this up. So we're going to do 12 players. So that's 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should be 12. Shift L to make them all land. Pick our nation, which will be Utgard. And here's our national roster. We'll talk about it real quick. This is not going to be a national overview and like the full thing. But basically, you have humans and you have kind of semi-giants, size 4 dudes. And that is the nation. Humans and semi-giants. It's a cold-loving nation. You do get Scrotty, which are kind of thematic with all of the Nephil nations. I think they're a little bit different in each of the eras. I can't even honestly remember how these ones are different than the other ones. I want to say the other... God, I can't remember. Maybe these have higher blood. I have no idea. We'd have to go look. But anyway, they get Scrotty. Scrotty are great. Scrotty in early age are sacred now, which is a cool thing. But the real reason this nation is sick for a mage lineup is they get the Seth Kona, which is just one of the best mages in the game. It's super duper cheap at $85, and you get Astral, Death, and Nature. And you may look at this if you don't play a lot of Dominions and be like, wait, what is to like about this? And the reason to like them is because Astral, Death, and Nature are all really good magic paths if you have them high enough, but these are very low. But because they have Astral, they can jump into a Communion. And you might be like, okay, well, that's great. But there's a lot of nations that can Communion up and get these magic paths. And then the answer is yes, but they don't all have Scrotty, who can act as Turbo Communion batteries. And that is what makes this start looking silly. Now, you don't need Scrotty to run Seth Kona. Seth Kona can form their own little Communion up without any Scrotty involved. But, that's an option if you want to get into like more powerful... like if you're only going to have 4 Seth Kona, you don't need Scrotty, right? But if you want to have 12 Seth Kona powered by like 2 Scrotty, I think can power, if you stack the right gear on them, can power 12 Seth Kona. And we might talk a little bit about Turbo Communions, which is what that is as the game goes on. But we'll see. We're going to be doing Hellbless, because playing against the AI, you want turns to be quick. You don't want to spend a ton of time scripting, at least for me, when I play. So we'll see. The time when I have to spend like 15 minutes on a turn doing mage scripting is about the time I lose interest fighting the AI. which is kind of weird because, you know, if they make the AI good where you need to do that, then I guess I would like single player even less. I don't know. Okay, the troops, we have Huskarls. These are usually fine. They're pretty cheap. They're basically just like medium infantry, but they're in the late age where medium infantry kind of get mulched. They have this guy who's a little bit better than other medium infantry. Important. So they have a bunch of Jotun dudes. And we're not going to talk about them. They're fine. They do have the hurler, which is really great at sieging. That's important. What we're going to talk about, because we're doing a Hellbless. By the way, if you do scales, knowing the little ins and outs of which ones of these troops will be good win, which ones to use for expansion, that's all important. We're not doing that. We're doing a Hellbless. We're using these guys, the Gamherdings. Now, on paper, they don't look great. They don't have super amazing protection. They're size 4, so you can only fit 1 per square. They don't have great attack or defense. They have a shock malice. You may look at them and you're like, oh, they're not very good. There's a few things that make these guys really good. One of the things that make these guys really good is they are only 8 resources, or 9 resources. So you can slam these guys out fast and early, right? And that what this means is, and it's what we're going to do, you can do a high Dominion build, right? And so basically that's taking like 8 or 9 or even 10 Dominion, and you can get a whole lot of Gamherdings. And I haven't decided exactly what build we're going to do. We're going to do it, the chat's actually kind of lively right now, so I don't know if I can keep up with everything people are saying, but we'll talk about it. I'm going to show you some options. We're going to talk about some things that you can do, but there's one more thing I have to talk about for the Gamherding. They're Berserker +2. Not a huge Berserker value, but once they get hit, they're never going to run. This is all of a sudden going to be a 15 attack weapon that's going to do, because this is, I believe, is two-handed. I think it does 40 damage when they go Berserk. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I mean, they're just going to cut things in half. Like, a lot of times when you look at units too, you look at their defense and you're like, oh, it's got 16 defense because it's carrying a shield. But then they get hit by a Gamherding and you're like, why is their defense not working? It's because they're cutting the fucking shield in half, right? They don't care if they hit a shield. They're just chopping you to goddamn pieces. And the thing that's important about the Berserk's super important. And what it means is once these guys get triggered, they're not going to run. And to win a fight against Utgard, you have to kill all the Gamherdings, right? And it's a very different bar than like, oh, I need to kill half of the army so that they rout. No, you have to kill all of them or they will murder you. And, you know, in the tournament qualifiers game where I was playing Man, I was extremely aware of this. And if you ever fight in Utgard with any kind of okay bless, you're going to be aware that it's very different having to kill half of an army and having to kill all of the Gamherdings. So when you're fighting the Gamherdings, you are on a clock, and you have to kill them all before they kill you. And I've said that before, but that's what that means. It's like obvious, of course, you're in a battle, you have to kill them before they kill you. But no. Normally in a battle, one side's going to run, and then you chase the other one off. When you're fighting Gamherdings, you have to kill them all before they kill you. And that's going to impact our bless a lot. So, let's go talk about it. First of all, there are some cool things. I really like what... oh gosh, I can't even remember his name right now. What the guy I was playing against in the tournament did with Immersil, and he took, like, regen... I think he just did regen and magic weapons. And I think this is a super clutch bless. And then he had pretty good scales. And I think this guy was maybe dormant. He might have even taken... No, he was awake. But you could totally take this dormant, by the way, and say get a few design points. And then you get really high Dominion like this, like 9. And then you go 3 like this. By the way, this is not a Hellbless. This is like kind of a scales way to play Utgard. And then you get to pick what scales you want. I can never say no to growth. You actually, to get all the Gamherdings out you're going to need, you can dumpster productivity. You don't actually need any of this. Your order, this is like optional for getting troops. You're going to be producing more murder from each of your, or from your capital for it than you know what to do with these scales. And then you get to decide, what do I do with these? You can get magic if you want to and have really good research out of your Seth Kona. That would probably be recommended. Or, you could do 3 luck and then come down here and do this. Luck's really nice in the late age because gems are in short supply and luck tends to give you gems. So this would be a build that would be very respectable. This would be a respectable build to do in multiplayer. You can jump on people if this god is terrifying. We killed it like 3 times with man. But it's still goddamn terrifying. So this totally is a good scales build you could do in a multiplayer game, and people are going to be scared of you, as they should be. But that is not what we're doing. All right. By the way, the reason this guy's good, one of the reasons, is because he's not lifeless, and he comes with Nature Pass. So he can do personal regen. And if you take, which you obviously would when you get him like 99% of the time, you take a regen bless, he's also going to get that in Friendly Dominion. And he's got 250 hit points. So just off the bat, if he doesn't have any Dominion bonus to hit points, and he doesn't have like a Ring of Regen, he's going to be regening 50 points a round. All right? Like, let that sink in a little bit. That's why this guy is terrifying in the magic phase. Okay, what we're probably going to do. Well, we've got some options. The things, let's take a look at how do I do it? B or something? There's some hotkey. 1 second. View all bless effects. B. Okay. So there's some things that are really good and worth mentioning. And I mean, we could do a lot of things. You could do like all the resistances, and that would be great. We're playing against the AI, so we're definitely not doing that. Regen is an obvious good one. Now, why is Regen good on these guys? Because they have a lot of hit points, and because they're not going to run, and they're going to tend to not die immediately. They have okay protection. And anytime basically you're going to have stuff that's staying on the battlefield injured for a very long time, you're going to get a decent amount of value out of Regen. And that's basically the reason you would take it. So you could get Regen. Larger isn't horrible. However, if you take larger, skeletons I don't believe are going to be able to filter in. And Utgard is a really good skelly spam nation, and so oftentimes you want to have skeletons filtering in through your game herdings. Okay, so there's that. Blood Bond is particularly noteworthy because it is going to link all of your guys together, and when one of them gets hit, they're all going to go berserk. And it's going to... You know what I said earlier where I said you have to kill all the gam herdings? It kind of changes that formula. And what it changes it to is to win the battle, you have to kill all of the gam herdings before any of them die, right? Like, you're not even getting attrition. So now not only do you have to kill them all, but none of them are going to die to the very end when you've accomplished your goal. And so it's a kind of all or nothing thing. The problem with taking Blood Bond is it can be cheesed. And if you're playing in a game against like players and Gifts of Heaven start coming out, or if you have really large things, like if you're fighting Gath and they put midget mashers on their dude, they can start just crushing your guys because they'll one-hit kill the thing they're hitting with like a Gifts of Heaven meteor from the sky or a midget masher. They'll one-hit kill the guy they're targeting, but then on top of that, they'll propagate that damage to other people. So that's a thing. So anyway, that's going to be a potentially good one. The other ones that are pretty good here are Hardskin is actually good on them. They have 6 natural protection, so Hardskin will actually put them up to above Barkskin. It's going to put them up to 11. That's nice. The problem with Hardskin is in the late age, which is the era this nation is in, you have a lot of crossbows, and crossbows don't give that much of a shit about protection. So stacking protection in the late age, not quite as good. And like when I was fighting Utgard, I was playing late age man, and if they had Hardskin, it wouldn't have mattered. We would have just punched right through that. So anyway, the one that's actually, I think, even though Hardskin's kind of nice, it's a little more expensive. Fortitude here, I think, is the better pick. And it's 2 more expensive, so it's significantly more, but this will cut the damage you're going to take from crossbows in half. And it's also going to be very good against, in a player game, against getting cheesed by Blood Bond if you combine it. Because if you get hit for like 1,000,000 damage from Gifts of Heaven, that damage is actually blunt. Same thing with Midget Masher, it's blunt. And it's going to get cut in half before it hits you and then percolates to everybody else. So Fortitude's really good in combination with Blood Bond, just to help with some of the cheese. It's also good in the late age for dealing with crossbows, and should half the incoming damage. Larger is interesting and noteworthy. The other one, and this is what I wanted to do, and we'll see if we can fit it into the Bless, is Quickness. And the thing about Quickness is it makes the clock tick twice as fast. In other words, you have to kill all of the Gamherdings before they kill you, but they're quickened maniacs that are chopping through twice as many of your dudes a turn. So, you know, it can which one's better, who knows. All the resistances are fine. There's different things. You could do the auras. They're kind of cool. And then people will freeze in front of the Gamherdings. And so, you know, that changes the equation a bit too. Now you have to kill all the Gamherdings before your guys fall asleep. But if you're fighting people with resistances, then the auras kind of fall a little flat. Oh, Loggy, you're here. What's up, dude? God, there's a ton of people here. Zero, what is up, my man? Zan, what is up? Little bit, what's happening? Carl, what's up? David, welcome everyone. Okay, so yeah, the auras is kind of cool, but also a little gimmicky. And I think I think the auras is kind of a bad thing, because the thing is, they're going to be chopping people in front of them so goddamn fast that, you know, they're not real. Most things aren't really going to have time to fall asleep, I don't think. Anyway. All right, so let's take a look at what we can do. First, this is probably I don't know if we're going to do this, guys, but this would be we may do this. All right, this would be the easiest thing to do, is we're going to do regeneration, magic weapon, so we don't get cheesed by elementals. And then, because the thing is, Gamherdings, they only hit once. So if there's a fire elemental in front of you and you have to get through all of the forms and you only hit 1 out of every 4 times, it takes forever. Doesn't matter that you hit like a freight train. So that's the reason to take magic weapons. For Earth, we'll go ahead and do Fortitude, and then we'll do Blood Bond. This is, by the way, like this is not funny or interesting or creative. This is the most generic Hellbless that kind of exists in Dominions. It's fun, but it's not very creative or anything. Now, these scales, they have got to go. Now, if you go, I think we're only going to do 8 Dominion. If you go 8 Dominion, to max out Gamherding recruitment, you do not need any productivity, but you need, if you go 3 Turmoil, you're not able to max it out. So you want to go 2 Turmoil here. Who's took these scales? Oh my God. Now, we don't want to go Death. Now, the reason we don't want to go Death has nothing to do with income. We don't care about that. The reason we don't want to go Death is because we'll lose Gamherding recruitment as the game goes on. Now, you could do that. You could go Death and make... It's actually really funny. Sai was telling me before the game started, we could make scouts out of our forts, because our scouts are sacred, which I knew, but I never thought about doing that to increase sacred production. But we totally can. But as the game goes on, you're going to be able to recruit fewer and fewer Gamherdings. If we take Death, you totally can do this, right? And if we're going to do the other thing, the dangerous thing, then we would take Quickness. And the only way you could possibly do Quickness with any of this other kind of garbage is by tanking Death. Okay, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Okay, we actually have some more points to work with. Okay, so the other option, we'll go ahead and look at this before we decide. We can drop Fortitude. We're going to pick up the bargain bin version, which is hard skin. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to get Quickness. The problem getting Quickness means we have to take this magic 1. And we have to come down here and dumpster this up to 3. And then we're not quite there yet. And we'd have to take 2 Dominion. We actually have to drop 1 more scale. Which actually would probably be this one. Oh no, we haven't gotten this up enough. We're not there yet. Okay, 10. Ooh. Oh wait, okay, we have to get rid of Blood Bond. That was the other thing. I was like, I've done this before. It's not that expensive. Wait, what else do we have to get rid of? Oh, we have to go dormant too. That's the other thing. So if we want to do the extreme helpless, and y'all get to pick which one we're going to do. Do y'all want to do the one that's more rational? We'll expand way, way better, because this one, we're not going to have any of our bless out for expansion. We're going to need like big gam hurting parties that are going to kind of suck. But then when our bless comes online, we're going to go crazy. So we're going to have death scales, right? So our capital, and we're going to have death and misfortune, which is a horrible fucking combination. All right. Well, we could get a plague in our capital that cuts our population in half. I do not recommend this at all. We could go take heat. Yeah, that is a way to get one more scale, because I think we're neutral. Wait, what is our temperature preference? 1 or 2? 1. So we could go heat 2, and that would get us a few more design points. That's probably better than tanking death all the way. Go to 7. Death 1. This would probably be pretty sustainable, because, yeah, we wouldn't even be able to do the full gam hurting production like that. The rational one? All right, wait. I see rational, 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 death scales, best scales, rational, rational. Okay, y'all want to see the rational one. Y'all don't want to see this bullshit. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, rational, hell bless. Okay. Well, let's look. So we're going to go back up to, I think we're actually going to go to 9 if we can. And we're going to go to, wait, we don't need any of this. We're going to go to 2 here. We're going to go back to 3 here. We're going to go to awake, and we've now spent all of our points. And I think we're going to go neutral and misfortune too. That way I don't have to deal with the worst misfortune events. Oh, no, but we have hard skin, not fortitude. So we're going to actually have worse scales in this. Okay, I need to free up 2 scales. Wait, is it 2 or 3? 3. No, 2, and then we're going to get rid of one of these. Okay, so this is the build. Neutral growth, drain 2. Yeah, this is going to be terrifying. You are under the... Yeah, higher difficulty AI does give you more points. They get the bonus design points. Doesn't change your build, but... All right, here we go. Let's name... I don't think I can use these last 20. Yeah, I mean, we could cut... We're not cutting a Dominion candle here. And I can't buy another thing. Can I go up 1? No. And that's just how it's going to be. All right. Come and get it, bots. Or I think we're just going to call it Get It Bots. All right. We did that. We already set everything to impossible, I think. Story events, we'll do minor events enabled. Score graphs, we want to turn this on. I want to see what's happening. Global enchantment slots, we'll do 5 is fine. Hall of Fame, we'll do 20. Human AI level. I don't think this is going to matter. We'll put it on mighty. Thrones of Ascension, this is important. I always forget this one when I'm setting games up. So we're going to do, it's a 12-player map. We're going to do 12 thrones. And we're going to do 12 throne points to win. How you do it in a multiplayer game. All right, fire in the hole. You went down in Dom but forgot to go back up. Did I really? I should be Dom 8. Is there a way to check this? Oh, yeah, I can check right here. Yeah, we're Dom 8. That's cool. I can't with the scales I took. No, I actually probably could have gone 9. But I would have needed to sack another scale. Shit, I could have actually sacked magic again. I think that would be worth it, actually, to get one more candle to sack magic. maybe not. The last point of magic, it like every point of magic skills you sack, it gets worse because it's like the percentage of your remaining stuff that goes away becomes bigger and bigger. Because like in Drain 2, we're only going to be 9, but in Drain 3, we get to be 8 research, which is starting to get like really low. All right, we've got an awake researcher. I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and get like the basic stuff we're going to need, which is going to be like thaumaturgy and blood, and then we'll get a bit of enchantment so we can use our Sepkona, and then later we'll get some alteration for our Scrotty. All right, I'll see you when you get back, Revzia. See you guys. All right, here we go. Here comes the very difficult part, which is clicking on our units. Let's go see who's over here. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult direction for us to expand. We're going to have to go wiggle around like this. So I want to go see who we're going to eat. And I'm feeling like we're going to go eat whoever's up here. So we'll go send our scout that way. We're prophetizing. We're getting some of these. We have enough money for a Sepkona. Perfect. And that will do. That'll do, pig. Now, I haven't actually expansion tested with these guys, so I have no idea how this is going to go. I did, however, check just how many to get my scales balanced. Once I cleared my cap circle or was no longer resource constrained, like the kind of scales I would need to get game herdings out. I did that in like 5 minutes before the stream started. Okay. So let's see. Here we go. Let's get... Oh man, look, our candles spread everywhere. So 60 resources. I mean, we take this one province, we're going to be able to max out game herding production. We're going to become gold constrained is what we're going to become. All right, so what we're going to do, these are both javelineers. So we're going to put these on fire closest, attack closest. Is this optimized? No. Will it work? Probably. Probably. All right. 55. We're a little poor. Can I get 2? Okay. We're not going to worry too much about our mages. I mean, guys, these are like some of the best mages in the game. And I'm like not recruiting them. And we also have a citadel, so we can get more. This guy's a holy one. He could get sniped off. I think it's worth... Oh, but he's so cheap. Yet. Okay. We're going to just do a kind of bigger group and send them out next turn. I haven't actually expansion tested. If you send these guys, they might die. But if you send these guys, they're expensive and take a lot of resources. So we'll see. I think we might do the little weak guys once we're resource constrained. And then once we're no longer resource constrained, we'll switch to the big dudes. That's the plan. What mods AI spell? We didn't do AI no recruit because somebody said when I did that Lemuria Let's Play that AI recruit no recruit makes it easier. And of course I haven't tested it, so I'm not exactly sure. I think it makes it harder, but we're gonna find out. We're just playing normal impossible. We'll see if the AI is more judicious in their use of resources. So let's take a look at our gam herdings here. They're all basically full HP. And they're very, very angry. When they get angry, by the way, I mean, they get very, like, look at this. 40 damage attacks. All right. So, let's see what that has changed in our cap. We now have a boatload of resources. So, we can get one of these guys. And we have enough gold to get another game herding too. Which means this next force that goes out... Okay, actually... The thing is, our expansion is going to be so strong. My goal is going to be to do one expansion party every turn. So, to do that... We're not going to clear our cap circle because as you can see, I'm no longer resource constrained. I'm gold constrained. So I don't need to clear any more of my cap circle. We're just going to go start fucking with AIs. We'll go put 1 PD here. Okay. And let's see how this goes. And just look at them. See that none of them have even dropped below 30. Like, if these were human units, none of them would have died yet. But they're not human. They're big fucking angry giants. You added Sinos? Yeah, makes sense. All right. I mean, that's kind of a corner case, though. Oh, Micklin, is that your capital? Bruh. Yo, bruh. Let's be friends. Now, we could do a big expansion party, but this is overkill. We don't need that much. And I need to save some dudes for the next round. So I think we're going to do 7. We're going to put them here. Hold an attack closest. We're going to put this guy behind, and he's going to do blessing, 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 advance and cast spells. Oh, wait, no, but next turn I'm going to have... We can get... Oh, I can't get one more yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's go... We'll have this guy start snaking over this way. We'll see, then this may not work. And it may be that you really need to have these Jarls here rather than my other dudes. Okay. What is up? We'll do 6. Will not be too cheap. What is up, AIs? Oh, dude. Micklin wanted to party. What did he bless himself with? Oh, he's got a lot of sacreds. Damn, son. Oh, but he didn't bless them. Oh, he's gonna take... Oh, no, it's only crossbows. The problem with these Jags is they're not blessed. Oh, they hit pretty hard. But I've got fortitude. Okay, let's see how this goes. How do y'all think it's gonna go? Y'all think we're gonna win this? 4 sacreds versus 10? The javelins are gonna mess them up though. And one of our sacreds has a limp. That's not good. My limp guy is like not contributing. Yo, Micklin, bro, what's up? Let's be friends. Oh. And he's blessed himself, right? Yeah. Yeah, we actually have to be a little careful of him getting too close. Because these guys taking damage can percolate it back to him, and he doesn't have that much hit points, so he could kind of blow up. If we can, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Jarl production, if we have money. No. Do we? Yeah. Because this is going to be super reliable. I can set this guy to attack, and he'll run in. That's going to be fine. All right, that should be fine, too. I don't think we want to get their cap yet, because if I get their cap, then I can't take the rest of their land. And the AI can keep recruiting while they're in their cap, so it's not like we're really going to shut down production. If it were a player, you wouldn't have moved there unless you were going to take their cap. Okay, and we're only getting, what, 5 this turn? So to send a party out, we probably want a few more. Like 6. This would be fine. Okay, hold an attack closest. Let's take this script here, put that on 1. Put him back here. Okay, and this group is ready to go. So LA Micklin beyond any good beyond the obvious blood. Yeah, they're good. They're tricky. LA Micklin, I would say, can be very good. But because they get very good later, people tend to coalition them because they have a very good late game. You know, they get all the really scary sacred summons. And then you combine that with the fact that expansion for them is not trivial. And not only is it not trivial, but it limits your choice in blesses. There's only certain blesses that will expand okay. So you have to pick a bless that is going to expand okay, and then will also do good against players. And then you kind of have to expect early aggression. So if you can deal with all those things, then it's fine. The Yode's cheaper than the Jarl? Oh, shit. Should I go do that? Okay, I might have gotten the wrong mage type. I didn't really spend a lot of time looking at it. Oh, this guy looks like he kind of got hurt. Oh, no, peaceful hit points. Okay. False alarm, guys. False alarm. He's still pretty healthy. Excellent. Okay, this is a big crossbow province, which you would normally have a bit of trouble with. With Fortitude, we should be okay. All right, these guys are going to come over here. And this is, we're now getting to a bit of a... Because this guy's got a big old shield and other stuff, I'm not really concerned. This guy, I was worried. I had him far positioned back because I don't want him to get hit by arrows that are coming in to hit these guys. I mean, he's got some armor and stuff too, but... this dude is much more beefy, and the blessing's going to be more efficient if I have him mixed in with the squad, and then he's going to advance and cast spells for him really is going to turn into run forward and hit things. And I think... I don't know if we can take this throne. Can I get a scout? Okay, we're going to send the scout if I can to go ping this throne. I don't know if they're going to get there before. Because I might need to get passage through this throne to come up here, but... Well, we'll wait one more turn. The party that's going to come after this is going to go check that option out. This group's going to come over here. And now we can really start ramping up our production, and now we're capped out. Now, the next evolution of this will be, when we get our first fort up, we're going to outsource our Jarl production. Oh, this guy is cheaper and he's holy too, huh? And he had... Why would we not get him? 80 leadership, 40. It's the leadership we're paying for? $18 protection versus... Yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy, because with Fortitude, I think this is better. Okay. There's a well of pestilence here. Excellent. We'll go ahead and get these guys all diseased. With regen, disease isn't that bad. This is all fun and giggles until the AI Micklin pulls out their plus 12 strength plus. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're actually, with Fortitude, we don't get completely mulched by that. And welcome, Sablecat. It's been a while since we talked, man. Hope you're doing good. Okay. And we may get to the point where we can do a mage. All right, let's see how this goes. I think we're fine. This is a kind of funny one because it's forest trolls. We basically have virgin giants versus Chad giants. We'll look at these, see if there's anything we want to see. Crossbowman, that's not going to be very interesting. Heavy cab will be kind of fun. We'll watch this one. Oh no, it's heavy cab. I'm sending my elites in. Uh-oh, looks like we got a limp. We have got a limper. Oh no, he's just a little distracted. More heavy cav. Y'all can see this is reasonably mindless. This is one of the things that I'll test to build it. If I'm playing late age and Utgard's picked, and Utgard is almost always picked in late age. It's just such a good nation, unless it's like banned or something. But and it's not a nation that's so good you should ban it in your games. But like in the tournament, we have a ban phase, and you know sometimes it gets banned. Well, this is one of the things I'll test it against. Maybe not this particular bless, but like how does it do against Gam Herdings? Because if these guys run at you early, it is tough. It is very tough. All right, we're going to go ahead and just envelop Micklin because let's be all real with this. Their cap is really on loan. It's really our cap. Did you run, you big bitch? Okay, we'll watch this because it's interesting because these guys ran. He must have gotten hit. I think what happened, he got close and he started sharing damage and then he ran. Okay, so we've learned something from this, which is just put them on spells. Don't have these little humans run in. We'll fix that on all our humans. Okay, we're tapped out here. We're going to go ahead if we can, and we're going to start getting the Siege Chaff for Micklin. And we're going to start getting Seth Kona here. That should be fine. And let's send these guys up this way. And these guys don't berserk, so I actually don't really want them running in. I think spells is fine. We're gonna go over here and ping this in a turn. If there's not really scary Magi, we'll take it. Kind of a little salty. This party got shut down. And I'm gonna get a commander. And he's going to bring all of these Jotun hurlers up here to Micklin. Okay. Loggy says, doesn't work for us over 900 damage. Yeah. Which is a blessing. And I think it's capped too. I think it's... Blood bond damage does, I think, capped the total amount of damage or something. I don't know the details, but it's capped to like twice their HP. So if you knock the dog crap out of them, you're not deleting like 4 tiles of units at the same time. Because that's the danger, is that you hit one guy and you kill all of the sacreds. I personally think it should be capped to the total amount of health of the single unit, but maybe there's reasons that's not a good idea. Okay, we took that, took this, took this, took this. All right, let's pick these guys back up. Us failing expansions over here. Like goddamn noobs. Arethea, what is up, bro? I think really we should have this whole column. Is kind of how I'm thinking about it. Them expanding into Micklin stuff like it's theirs. No, Micklin stuff is ours, bro. Let's do some of this real quick. Micklin stuff is ours. The other thing that's kind of always occurs to you when you play single player is like, oh yeah, there's some really broken things where you can just completely snowball out of control. And like, why do some of these things, why are they not as good in multiplayer? Well, because you're going to get coalitioned by like smart human beings. If you try to just eat the whole map, you have to not be so goddamn greedy. But single player doesn't matter. You just see what you can get away with. AI is going to attack you when they're going to attack you anyway. All right. These guys, I think they're going to sweep through this passageway. Oh my god, they can move here. God, they're fast too. I didn't even know that. Oh my god, that's so freaking beautiful. The fact that we're attacking this turn brings a tear of joy to my eyes. All right, let's go hit this. Let's ping this, see what's happening. This will be Vedheim. I've got little Rimvedi. Do we have cold resistance? Oh, we do. Let's not pick a fight with Vedheim. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, we're gonna go pick up with these guys. The hurlers. We're out of recruitment points. Which is not something that's easy to fix. Research, we're humming along. Distributes at most half the damage taken. Yeah, but you can take more than your max HP. Like, what happened? Here's my question, Laggy, if you know the answer. If somebody comes in with a midget masher, and let's say it's a Hinnom giant, like a Gath giant, and they hit one of my guys for, let's say, 100 damage, that would obviously kill them, but they only have 38 HP. So is it only going to do 38 HP of this, and then... how I think it will work is it's going to delete this dude, the guy it hits, and then it's going to take another 38 and send that through the system. But it's not going to send, 38 minus, and forget the protection, but 38 minus, or 100 minus 38, which would be 62. It's not going to send 62 through the system. Anyway, I don't know, but if you know, that would be cool. All right, I think that's everything. Did we do the PD? We did. Okay, let's see what happens. This game, however, is pretty true. Representation of what would happen from Micklin in a real game, yeah. Guys, look at this. Look at this. This is what, when you're playing Hellbless Utgard and you log on to your turn, this is what you want to see. 7 fucking battles. Thank you. Oh, we had our first loss. Let's watch this one. We'll pour it out. Oh, it's probably this guy. He got separated from his brethren. You'll be remembered. Nameless Gamherding. I wish these guys had names. They're all like little mini heroes. All right, let's see what's... Oh, okay. So it was only 6 battles. I forgot we were pinging a throne. This, we're not going to attack. Fuck no. 3 fire, 3 mages? Oh, hell no. These guys would blow my Gamherdings up. I mean, we can kill them, but we need a critical mass. We don't casually send 6 Gamherdings in and expect this to go well. That's good, because I totally was going to send them in. Instead, we'll move them up here. Let's continue finishing Micklin's expansion for them. All right. Vedheim is huge. Where's Vedheim's capital? Midgard? Oh my god, their capital is all the way up here, and they've got this? Damn, Vedheim. We could, if we were feeling super YOLOs, combine these. Let's try to bump Vedheim instead. We'll take this. See if we can engineer a bump. These guys are going to take this. Yo, Erethia, what is up? Let me taste them tasty goods you got near your cap. We need to start a fort too, guys. Which is my highest income place here? But that's like buried in Vettiheim. I don't really want that. What's this one? This one's pretty good. I think we're going to start a fort here. We're going to start another fort somewhere else too. I think we're going to start a fort here as well. Okay. Who's Vettiheim? I don't know who's over. Let's go see who's over there. And this guy is going to finish up this little expansion path over this way. We found Atlantis. Now these cavemen would fuck one of my gam herding parties up. You do not mess with 50 cavemen with a bless like this. Like, they would get popped. It would be a thing of hideous wonderment. There's nowhere left for them to expand, so we're just going to have to take this throne. I don't know what's here, and there's a decent chance we get cheesed, but you know what I think? Well, yeah, because I need to get this army over here to kill Micklin. Can I get more? Not really. I have to reset this here. We're going to do this guy and this guy first, because getting more priests out, I think, is a priority for now. And that's everybody. Oh, Atlantis has decided to attack me. That's spicy. All right, we lost. This was this first group that lost one already, and so it's kind of stacking up now. Well, Atlantis, let's see what you're bringing. What kind of heat you packing? Now, they have interesting things they can do. Like these, if you're Atlantis and you're being attacked by Utgard, or you're attacking them, the units you want to make aren't these Ice Guard, because the fact they have super high protection isn't going to matter much. They're still going to die really fast. What you want are these lower protection dudes that have the Ice Glaives. These guys. These guys, will, in enough quantity, will fuck my guys up. But fortunately, there's not a ton. A lot of them are these shitty spears, so... just some PD, and then we attack here. Okay, we ran into the wizards, guys. We should have pinged this. Wait, what is it? Horde of Skeletons gonna kill him? Yeah, that'll do it. They do flaming arrows. God damn it. Oh, somebody made fire. Yep. That'll do it. All right. We should have pinged that turn. We were being a little cocky. And now we actually have a bit of a predicament in that, well, Atlantis can attack us. So what we're going to have to do is put these guys back here. And we're going to just do, we've got 2,000 gold. So let's do like this, 21 PD. And then here we're going to do a bit more. And that still gives us enough money to start all our forts. And we're going to have these guys come over here. And... okay, we took this, but we took some losses. I think we kind of chill out. We might end up losing. Vettiheim's probably going to come take this from us, is what's probably going to happen. But I think we still want to finish Micklin off if we can. I don't want to delay that action too much anyway. That is a lot of heavy cav. Can we make it all the way over here? Okay, we can. I think we'll send... well, no, I think we're going to go take this heavy cav province out. And this is my profit too, so anyway, that'll be easy. Arethia... I guess we'll come back and take this. And then he'll come, this army will come backfill these provinces, because everybody else now is going to be going to kill Atlantis. And Micklin, probably. I think this will be the siege chaff for Micklin. This is where we're building a fort. Okay. And then we're building a palisade over here. Let's go see what Micklin's doing in their capital. Micklin literally just hanging out in their capital. Too paranoid to attack me. Okay, let's see what happens. The Piper's gonna murder my sacreds. Yeah, they did. Oh, there's an arena battle. Shit. Okay, Atlantis attacks me. All gung-ho. The Warriors of Spring. Oh, the game ratings are split up. I'm not loving this. But they're running. All right. Get wrecked. We bumped here with Gath. Unfortunately, it's a bunch of garbage, but they have a flanking cav, and the flanking cav could kill my commander. The nice thing about playing Utgard, though, is once your shit goes berserk, like, killing commanders isn't enough. Let's see what happens. Rip flanking cav. Let's see the final battle here. Maybe they did something cool. Fortitude, yeah. We are Regen, Fortitude, Magic Weapons, Blood Bond. Not exactly creative. The Norna of the Future. Very nice. But our research, we're getting kind of close to Enchantment 5. Okay. I think we'll be taking this. And I think we'll be taking this, and I think we'll be taking this. Crossbowmen. This is a little greedy. I don't think the AI... What turn is it? 11? I don't think they're doing PD dumps yet. They might be. We'll see. We're YOLO. It's single player. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh, we lost 3 game hardings here. That was a lot of heavy cav. Holy shit. So I think what we do too, this guy's gonna, I think we're just gonna move this onto the Prophet, and then this guy will come back and pick up another army. Okay. Actually, what's the mammo on this guy? 12? I think it actually makes more sense to put these guys over here. And this guy can hit this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hold an attack closest, and then... No, that's actually what we want to do. I need to move them back here. And then this group, I think we'll move you guys over here, but we'll use you to siege Micklin, but just not quite yet. Okay, we're going to finish up expansion. I need to do PD real quick. Take a quick pause and take a look at the score graphs, see if we're doing okay, if we're keeping up with the AI. I don't want to get too behind. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Now, nobody's had forts yet. That's kind of interesting. Income. Seems all right. Let's go over here. Keep making daddy some money. And this group, yeah, it's a slow walk home, but I think we'll... This is a really good place. I think we're actually going to build a fort here and just go ahead and make our claim. Do 20. And the nice thing is when I get some more forts up, we can get a lot more hurlers. Fighting Impossible AI. Hey, RCK, what's up, man? Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know. Fighting it with Hellblesses is kind of funny, but it's... I think if you actually want to test builds for a multiplayer game, it's better to fight on, like, Mighty with, like, a reasonable build. And there, it's more important to test timings. Like, okay, this is when my first forts will come up. This is when I'll get these spells online. And it's not really relevant versus... except for, like, the first spells you're going to need for the first war in a multiplayer game. And it's a good way to get a sense for that, I think. All right, well, let's see if this works. We're YOLOing a bit into them. If they PD dumped, we're going to lose a bunch of stuff. And the AI loves to PD dump, but it's really early for them, too. I don't know if they will. Let's see. Yeah, AI with the casual, like, 40, 50 PD. We actually have a shot here at winning this still. No, too much. Here's the other one. We probably should have... Oh, this is the one I think we combined on. Or did we combine? We didn't combine. I attack neutrals. Okay, they didn't PD dump here. Okay, so it was a tactical PD dump. They didn't do it everywhere. And then the rest are successful. Okay. Oh, and they had troops. But yeah, this was 40 PD, which is a lot. But that's okay. We'll just... They're going to attack us again, and we'll just kill it all. Preach. I'll have this guy go here. We'll be fine. Yeah, and this actually is a pretty good build to run at things that are PD dumping you, because, like, for the most part, you don't care. But with enough, it's good. If you're also versus PD, but not versus crossbows, the hard skin bless is going to be better against just, like, PD that's not crossbows. And how long until we get... Let's have these guys come over here. How long until we get a proper army to come finish these guys off? I think, too, I think I want to switch the Yodes off, and I want to turn on another Gam Herding. We're limited on recruitment points, too. Okay. Wait, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I think I want one more Yode. So I don't have anybody to lead the army out here. I wasn't paying attention last turn. Okay, I didn't wait. This, honestly, is probably enough to go sit on Micklin's cap. Maybe not. I want to have 20. So I guess we'll keep expanding. Oh, it's turn 12, by the way. I guess turn 13 is when we do count provinces. And I think I've got things set up to deal with Atlantis maybe attacking. And then this will be a force big enough. We're going to combine these and go march at his capital. And then the next force will come out. We'll go march and finish off Micklin. Warriors of Spring reporting for duty. Yep. Oh, we lost one here. All right. And now it is time. This is going to be an actual... Can these guys move far? 14? What do these guys move? 16? How far is it to move to like right here? 12 and 12. Okay. We actually, I think... Do these guys have force survival? No. Do these guys have force survival? Yes. Oh, we can still move. All right, so here's the plan, guys. The plan, we're going to go ahead and consolidate forces here. We're going to inch our way in close to them. And this should be fine. This will be able to kill 40 PD. If they do like 60, we might be in trouble. And then this squad is going to come up here and help. Palisade is done, which means we can make more siege chaff. And we're going to build a... whoops. We're going to build a lab. Yeah, that's right. And we're going to upgrade this. I guess we'll preach here. Finish expansion. Okay. I guess we'll preach here too. This is a bunch of siege chaff, which I think we're going to deposit these guys here. We'll have this patrol. And then ideally, once my second... After this turn... Oh, I stopped getting Seth Kona. That's not good. I think this turn we're going to get this. We're going to get an extra Gam herding. Next turn we'll get another Yod. And then that army is going to march up here and take Micklin's cap. I probably should script this. We'll put up. Probably should do Holy Avenger here at the end anyway. Let's check PD. We haven't had very many back. Oh my god, look how much money I have, guys. We've really got to spend it. I wonder if I could get some mercs. Some mercs would help with Micklin. Songs of Conquest? What's Songs of Conquest? Okay, feeling pretty good about this. We got this thing coming up. We're cranking out units. I guess we'll go ahead and get a commander. Oh, that's going to mess up my production of those guys. No, thank you. We probably need to get a commander here, though. Get a few commanders. Where am I building my other fort? Here. Let's go ahead and send a mage. I just killed 2 mercs. Oh, dude, there's the elephant core available. That would be super helpful, maybe. Let's get these guys. I should build more forts. God, these lines are all like really poor. Can let's build one here. And there's not really any place I'm worried about getting attacked. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, kind of get it. Question is, how much PD and how much army did they put in that one province we're attacking? So AI will cheese you so goddamn hard on Impossible with PD. It's like, we have even more money than you do, Lucid. Yeah, there's another casual 40 PD. It's crossbows and stuff. I think we're fine here. We might lose a couple. Probably not. Just having 2 lines of units too. It let's see if we've lost any yet. Yeah, we haven't. Nobody's even really that close. Having 2 lines of units, it limits the amount of damage that can come in versus like the whole blood bond beast. So yeah, I'm just systematically deleting people. Yeah, nobody's died yet. And this is the terror that is game hurting. So like once they're as a group of 7 that we're going to use for expansion, you all have seen me kill those off. They're not too hard to get killed, but like this, they're terrifying. Right? Didn't lose 1, killed a bunch of stuff. And this was like kind of stuff you would see in a player battle, like 40 crossbows. I mean, we're only on turn 13 or 14 or something, you know, like that's something. Okay, so I think what we do here is I think I'm going to PD dump the shit out of this one. We'll do like 41 because I want to combine these armies now, and we're going to march at his capital. His capital's right here. So this is going to set us up to cap him. And we'll do this here. We'll do these guys here, like so. And then we got 3 of these dudes. Damn. Okay. Okay, so that should be fine. He's gonna not be able to take 40 PD. We'll go ahead and build a fort here. We're gonna go ahead and start getting Seth Kona. That is upgrading. Now we want to make sure this. We're gonna cancel this one. We're gonna get another Yod. You know what I should do too? This is just too many. We're going to put these guys over here on this, and we're going to send this guy home. And this group is going to come over here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Get another one of these dudes. Here we were pretty successful. Let's go ahead and take this, and then we'll backfill this one. We'll make sure we're getting our 6 PD everywhere. Wait, you're telling me you don't put your PD up to 100? Not always. Sometimes. I've definitely done it plenty of times. Just wondering whether non-blood nations can get semi-decent late games without breaking into blood themselves. Yeah, dude, there's totally... Dominions 3 and 4 was way more... Like, blood was way more important. Like, you needed blood in a way... Like, if you were a non-blood nation fighting a blood nation in the late game, you're probably going to lose. It is definitely not that way in Dominions 5. Blood got heavily nerfed. Like, a lot of the blood summons got nerfed. A lot of the blesses got nerfed, and then the rate at which you got blood slaves got nerfed too. So, all right, Seth Kona coming in. We could site search. I don't know if I can be bothered with that, to be honest. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's watch the bump first. Arethia coming in. Let's take a look. Do y'all think we're going to win or lose this? I think we're going to win. So there's a fair amount of dudes. And some of my guys are a little gimped. Oh, they started to run. Once you start to run, you never stop. Gam hurtings. Bad units, I've heard. Did we lose a guy there? We might have lost a guy right at the end. Nope. Murder industrialized is what this is. Yeah. Also, if you have a grudge with somebody and you just don't care about the game and you want to kill them, don't do this. But if you do it, this is the best nation to do it with in the late age. Cause you can even take like the death scales and really not care and have an even nastier blessing run them in. It is so hard to deal with game hurtings early in the game. It is so hard. And they're good all game long. I don't want to pretend they're not. It's just you don't get a ton of them. All right, this is the army that's going to come finish off Micklin, and that means we need to go ahead and start marching these guys south. And you need to build a lab. Are we really not able to? God, I can't spend all this money. Let's start getting here some of the herdmen. That's a lot of guys on the cap. I want them to, if we can get them to spend. I want to get them to spend some of their money. I don't want to have to fight all this and their cap or whatever. So we'll see if we can do this. I can't build a lab here. I guess we'll just get these guys for now. We need to get somebody. I'm going to hit this in retreat, and we're going to see if we can get them to cross the throne. We'll go ahead and put a temple here. And 10 strength, blood bond, or blood surge Aussies with regen. Yeah, that's scary. Coconut in an 8-player game. Yeah, dude. In a small game too, like only 8 players. Like you run at somebody and you eat them, and then you're now a 2-cap nation. And some other people are like, oh, we should fight them or something, or like maybe they've already picked their other first war, and then you run at somebody else and now you're 3 caps. And by the way, you have really good mages. So, I mean, I haven't even checked. We're close to enchantment 5. Once you have the research I've got queued up here, like enchant 5, you can do a pretty silly amount of damage early. I mean, there's things that counter it and stuff, but yeah, I think in an 8-player game, it is not very hard to walk yourself into 4 capitals with a build like this. Because if I'm rich and somebody has a predictable move and I send 20 Gamma Herdings, which is 2.5 turns of production, behind 40 PD, like what build is going to do good against that? I mean, maybe some. And I mean, armies later will be able to deal with this, but we're talking like pre-turn 20. It's a little ridiculous. We need to pick up some dudes. Oh, I need to pick up dudes over here. Do we do PD? Not quite. I need to build another fort. I think we'll build one here. Did I know you could use Scradian Communions? Grippa. We can do a course on it together. You can be my co-teacher. I can teach people all about Scradies and Communions. We're gonna have a bump. So they send in this. Oh, and lose. Oh, barely win. Oh no, they lose. Oh, shame. But they soften the indies up for me. That's nice. Because they are playing with humans. And we are playing with Gamma Herdings. Gamma Herdings are better than humans. Gamma Herdings are like the master race. Alright, let's see how we do here. So this one we've got... Atlantis didn't attack me either. Yeah, this is not as much PD. This is only like 20, 25. Oh my god, look how angry they are. Oh, they are so angry. Oh man, it's hard to keep the tiles in front of the Gamma Herdings full. They just chop them up so fast. Oh, they did attack. Wait, I don't remember them having access to this. Shit. There's a flank they discovered. Alright, we've lost the province officially. Unfortunately, they only have one place they can go. And that place has 41 PD in it. But that's a little sad. We're going to have to go take their cap. It's the only solution. The only solution. Okay, and we're getting about ready to take Micklin's cap too. So I'm sorry, guys, we did not get a we didn't take a cap prior to turn 15, as I think we're due to. However, we should have 2 by turn 20. So we'll see if we can arrange that. We got attacked. We're getting indie attacks all over the place now. That seems fine. Arethia's got just a big pile of stuff. And let's go ahead and upgrade this. Don't tell me you retreated back. Oh, we retreated north. I'll just keep doing this until we get on this side of the river. Be like a whole year to walk around. Maybe we build one up here. We'll keep upgrading these because I got a boatload of money. Let's pick up some dudes over here. Okay, and let's check this out. So hold an attack closest. You know, we can do some of these squads on a rear, which I think we'll do. All right, feeling pretty good about this turn. Let's see what y'all are saying. Is they're so efficient community slave, you can still use them in a build like this. Yeah, of course. What do you think of Raga apart from the Griffins? Okay, let's talk about Raga. Let's see if there's a Raga in the game, and then we'll talk about them because I can pull up the thing. There's a problem with attack rear. We got a little split up here. We might have lost 1 or 2 units. No, we're fine. And look, less PD on their cap than they had in other places. Successful. Whiteport. Is that where I want to go? God damn it, he went back home. Okay. I'll do this the long way. I probably should stop making these Jodes too. Okay, Raga, let's see if they're in the game. They're not. They have interesting things they can do. They get scaling fire gem production out of their temples, which is really strong. The Zayedans are really strong. They're basically sacred cavalry that ride on griffins. And if the rider dies, they can grow a new rider back. They're really strong. They're really strong. The problem, I think, with Raga, and this is what I've experienced, it could be wrong, is that, and this could be totally wrong, like maybe the thing is you get a bless strong enough that expansion with them becomes trivial with very few numbers of Zayedans. But a lot of the good Ragan stuff, not just the cap-only sacreds, but they get really good heavy calf too. A lot of that stuff requires a lot of resources. And so it's kind of like an engine that takes a while to get rolling. And then the same thing, like your infrastructure is expensive, if you're going to be building these 800 gold temples, because your temples are twice as expensive because they give you a fire gem. So there's a few things like infrastructure wise, they're like slow to get going. And you know, they're flying sacred heavy cab that are amazing. And newer players have no idea how to deal with them. So if you're in like a newer player game and you take like a semi-meta Raga Bless, you can just stomp people because people just don't know how to deal with them. If they haven't dealt with them before, things like it. You know, experienced players, you're going to put bait squads of stuff in the back. So when they fly and attack rear, they're going to run into them. And then you're going to have mages that are going to hit them. Or you're going to have the right kind of troop and a critical enough mass behind enough PD. You can catch and kill them. The thing with them, as law cap only sacreds, is once you kill them, you know, they're dead and they're hard to replace. So that's kind of a thing. Do we want to kill Arethea? I think I want to kill Arethea. I think we're going to need a little bit bigger of a stack, maybe. Oh, let's start switching these over to getting the boulder dudes. Oh my god, that's so many. Oh my god. Oh. That's a lot of boulders. That's probably too many boulders. Let's get some of these guys to help beef up the line. Take a little bit of heat off the Gamherdings. Let's start upgrading this fort. Yeah, let's go see if we can kill Arethea. The other thing is Raga's a blood nation too, so they get kind of cool. They have a cool late game kind of stuff they can do. They don't have a lot of national blood, so you're doing generic blood stuff. But oh, you know what? I don't. How much is Sea Train? Okay, we'll pop it in like 3 more turns. Start building a fort here, which means we'll. Oh, it's already high PD. I'll start upgrading this fort. Oh, it's already being upgraded. So we'll funnel these guys over here. Okay, meanwhile, we have a critical mass of dudes to take out Micklin. And so I think what I want to do here, the other thing you can kind of do, and I haven't been doing it, but you can do with Utgard is because these guys go berserk, you don't really have to worry that much about their morale bonus. So if you want to, we'll do it here. You can put them in a lot of smaller squads like this and kind of spread them out better. You know, like how if you want to have like a poor man's line formation, you can do that. We're going to put like a lot here in the middle. And then we'll put a few blocks on either side. And again, this is just because they go berserk, so the morale penalty doesn't really matter. Okay, hold an attack, hold an attack, hold an attack, hold an attack closest. We're going to do hold and fire closest, and these guys are also going to be on hold and fire closest. I'll put these guys a little bit farther forward. And put these guys a little farther back. And hold, hold, hold. And we'll give you our normal thing. Okay, and Divine Blessing, so they're all going to get blessed turn 1 anyway. This is the squad that's going to go kill Arethea. And this guy can't make it all the way down here, can he now? So if he's going to make it, I think what we're going to do, we're just going to drop these guys here, and we're going to pull this guy back. We still have too much money. We should site search. I don't think we're going to site search at all this game, guys. We're going to have 1 before that matters. I think we're going to do this. It's going to be a little painful. Let me see what we can talk about while I do it. I'm going to read some question because I'm going to go here and set out the PD to 10. Okay, I don't see any particular questions, so we're just going to go do this real quick. It's going to be a little annoying, but give us a bit of unrest reduction. It's going to mean if the AI, we're getting to the point in the game too, where the AI, if they can, they're going to start doing like call the winds at me and shit. And this will help some. 6 is enough to have some of the bad events not happen, but 10, you get unrest reduction, and will be more likely to survive call of the winds. Okay. I don't think we're not really technically at war with anybody else, I don't think. Like, we're going to be declaring war on Micklin this turn, but... I wonder what the bless is, too, because they didn't bless. It doesn't mean they don't have one. It just means they forgot to have a priest. So it could be they have a really fucking scary bless and we're about to get owned. All right. Ton of money in the bank still. We still have too much money, yeah. That's one of the things that's great about the minions, is you really never feel like you have enough money. Like, a lot of games, you end up like, oh, I have too much of this stuff, or you're not, like, using it all the time. Here, I feel like you always are. You never have enough money. Did they get blessed? Oh no, decay weapons. That's actually kind of a zinger. Unholy weapons, ooh. Holy shit, that's spicy, guys. Oh, man. That unholy weapon is going to do a boatload of damage, and then we're going to have guys decayed. Are we old age? No, we're going to be fine through decay, though. But I tell you what, 50 of those guys with unholy weapons would hurt. Oh, no decay. Oh no, I think I saw one decay. Is this guy decay? He was. Okay. And then these guys attacked me here. Let's see what they attacked me with. Elephants versus 40 PD. Not actually sure. The elephants have run... It's a little dicey. Shit. Did I have a commander here? Was I building a fort? I wasn't, thank God. Okay, we should pop this next turn. Maybe our next nation, maybe Arethea, we roll out a communion. We can try to finish them with a bit of style rather than this cheap bullshit we're doing. But this, by the way, is what I would call a new player-friendly strategy. Not much thought is required for this. And I mean, and of course, the harder game you're in, you know, nothing's easy. But this is definitely a blunt instrument. Like, if you do this build, okay, I've done this build now, and it's your problem to deal with. See what people can come up with. You're not really the one adapting. You're the one causing people to adapt. Go ahead and do 41 here. Keep this nice and protected. Go ahead and move a research mage over. What's our research at? Oh, it's coming along. I probably should get some temples out too. We'll go ahead and get another Yod here that is not going to be leading troops, just going out and doing some friendly temple building. And in case we get attacked by more, I wonder if somebody claimed a throne or something. Yeah, somebody claimed the throne of Gaia. That's why all these indie attacks are happening. I went into new castings before winning or even doing well in single player. Watched a ton of videos and just dove in. I think you probably want to play against the AI some. But yeah, you don't need to play against them much. All right, here we go. I forgot about Sacred Scouts. Oh yeah, dude. Let's get an army of Sacred Scouts. Or we can get some of our... well, I guess the Scouts are 1 commander point, so I can get 2 per fort. 3 if I get a Citadel. That's actually a thing. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait, the fuck? They're riding out? That is a lot of Sacreds. They're casting imps? They're not allowed to use magic? The fuck? There's more imps. Oh, I hear water elementals. These guys all get blessed. Guys, we might lose this stack. This is a scary ass bless. Unholy weapons when these guys are in Jaguar form. This is a little nail-biting, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how this is gonna go. And so far it's going good, but things can... This thing is all or nothing, like, let's take a look. Okay, we got one guy who's dead. Some of these guys are getting low. And we've had 1 die already. When a blood bond thing starts to fall apart, it falls apart all at the end. I'll pick the speed up a bit. They're dying. I don't know if we're gonna win this, boys. And the water elementals are gonna be fucking disgusting. We need to get them to rout. Oh, looks like they won. Shit. Goddamn, Grippa, are you playing these guys? The fuck? It's like they've been sitting in their cap the whole game. And then they come out with everything they've ever built. God damn it. It's his blesses decay weapons and unholy weapons. Unholy weapons, very good in this particular situation. I mean, he also brought like 30 Jaguars and how many Rain Warriors? 35, yeah. All right. I mean, we're not letting him out of his cap. Hell no. But he's making me spend a lot of money, put it back on lockdown. God damn it. All right, we need to go do the scout thing. Let's build a temple here too. Oh shit. Don't have quite enough. I'm poor for the first time. Can't say I've never known poverty. Okay. Well... We could... We're not at war with Arethia. I think the play actually... how are you guys getting this guy lead? I think we take all of our gams and we put them on this dude. We take all of these guys and we put them on this dude. We take all of these guys that we can, put them on this dude. And we have somebody else finish the fort. And we have this guy start marching off towards Micklin. We're going to have to get another big army to come here and finish Micklin off. Before we go kill Arethia. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Trying to kill 3 AIs at once. Spreading our resources... Oh, hello. Spreading our resource... I think if we fill the gate up, he's never going to be able to take this from us. Even with just 2 gamma herdings. Well, I don't know. Maybe. It's Vettiheim. Site search here for a turn. I'll have you wait for one turn. Let's have you go pick up more dudes from the capital. Have you patrol. I'll have you come pick up dudes over here. That was a setback, though. And the AI is starting to get a ton of chaff. Very likely we start getting attacked by a ton of AIs at once. We really need to finish this up. I don't know how much longer we can do that. Well, how long have we been recording? We're at an hour. I think we'll go at least till 2 hours. I don't know how much more I have in the tank after that. Let's look at getting these scouts. Let's look at getting some of these gosh darn scouts. Yes, sir. And let's go ahead and get Alt 4. That's going to unlock Body Ethereal, which can be really nice. Real nice. And then these guys. All of our game herdings are dead. Rest in peace, my sweet children. And I think that'll be that. I don't think we cracked the Atlantis fort. All right, let's see if they get feisty and they think they can come out of their capital, or if we're going to teach them a lesson, just like we taught Grippa in that clown game. Oh, it's close. They won. Shit. They have broken out of their cap. Atlantis trying to break out of their cap, too. We're having a mutiny in the colonies. They've got Syllable of Death coming out, which is an MR check or die. It's kind of like Soul Slay. So we just lost one there. Alright. Thank you for coming out and fighting. Okay. This actually is fine. I don't even need a PD dump anymore. How much did they lose? 24? It should be fine. So... do I have another prophet? Was my prophet up here? Did he die? I forget which battle he was in. I think he was up here. I think he died. So we're going to need a few of our Yods over here. So this guy. Ooh, heavy cav. What do we have here? Oh, this is the shittiest kind. We're gonna probably need like 51. And PD dumps are fast, and that I don't have to spend any time thinking about them, which is very nice. So it spends my money very quickly, which in a multiplayer game, not necessarily good. In a single player game, I can get through my turns faster. Okay. Let's go ahead and preach here. Let's send you back over here to the cap. We need to build a lab here, but I PD'd them, so I don't really have the money for it. Oh, we don't need to build a lab. We're just making scouts. We might build a lab anyway. God, I wish I'd been doing more scouts the whole time. It would have been an even funnier meme. We might have to come back and visit this again. Okay, I think this is all fine. Did we crack? The cap is now cracked too, so we got to go ahead and storm it. No being bitches about this. We've got to hold attack rear if we can. I mean, in reality, these guys are going to go wherever the hell they feel like, so. There's a bunch of bad things that can happen with this, like just the smite coming down. All these mRNA checks or die are going to be a problem. There's a bunch of things that could be problems. Once we get this, we're going to switch over to maybe doing some mage stuff. All right. Hey, we've got scout protection going now, Zan. Come on. Cut me some slack. I just forgot about it. I mean, I think the scout thing actually is legit. I think that actually is something that could be in a multiplayer game. I think if you go Hellbless, I think scouts is a strat. Because if you think about it, if you get a Citadel, you get 3 scouts a turn. That's like getting 3 Sacreds a turn per fort. Oh man, they really rode out here. We've got some Skelly spam. It's not going to be enough. The wall of Utgard shall not be broken. And the good thing about this is that means these mages aren't going to be inside when we storm. So that's actually very good for us. We lost the hurlers, but there's nothing inside. Beautiful. Get the fuck out of your cap. It's mine now. All right, so this battle, we lost 1 gam herding, and this battle, we lost none. Okay, so we now have 2 caps. And these guys declared war on us, so shame on them. We still have yet to take Micklin, but that is going to be coming. We're going to need a few of these guys, because I don't have a... let's take them off of here. I don't have a prophet yet. And I don't have an easy way. I don't think Utgard does have an easy way to get communioned up Holy Threes. So, why they have a way? You could blood empower one of these guys. Have them jump in a communion as a Sabbath Master. I think that's totally a thing worth doing. All right. And this should 1-turn pop Micklin's cap. Now what we're going to do for this next go, because we have a bunch of researches, we're going to use some of these mages we have sitting around. Now we're not, I don't think, going to be able to attack. Yeah, we're going to have to reconvene here. So the turn I moved my army here, we're going to pull these guys out. And that'll be fun. What are we going to research next? I think we'll do Soul Vortex. Okay. Or we may do, what we may do is I'll get 5 and then we're going to come down and get enchant. Maybe we run all the way up enchantment. There's some enchantment is so good for Utgard. I want to make a Scrotty. Oh no, I can't do it. I'd have to go up. Yeah, okay, never mind. The other thing too is we could be mono dropping people. We're not going to do because we have some standards. We need to get a mage over here. And we have a lot of money again. Start getting some of these guys. And you can put gear on scouts? Yeah. Sprite mod? What's the sprite mod? I love the Atlantis sprites. But I'm interested if there's a better way to have this Dominion's experience. Okay, let's stop this. Okay, we're going to build a temple here. So Atlantis is pretty fucked, and this is going to be exciting because next time we're going to go kill Micklin or in a turn or two. And now we just need to run around and finish off Atlantis, which honestly, I think we can divide and conquer, even if he PD dumps. PD dumps I don't think are going to be able to kill this much stuff. I don't think they can do it. Strum is making a mod to replace vanilla sprites. What the hell? I have to go check this out. Y'all want to put a link in the thing so people watching the video can go look at chat and see the mod? Yeah, God, these guys are going to be sick with the bless on them. I have to figure out what even we would make. I probably should site search. Let's build a building. Yeah, we don't have money. We're actually a little poor. I might have overbuilt a tiny bit. I think I overbuilt a little. Do you think that Impossible is harder or easier to play than the average multiplayer game? It's first of all, it's way different. If you just want to grind it out, like, and you don't care how long the game takes, you can probably win a lot because you can honestly, you just PD dump all your provinces and the AI will keep wasting stuff into it, and then you build an army that can attack and you move to that province. Once you take it, you PD dump it. And you try to support your PD dumps, you know, where you can with like thugs or mages. But if you just use that strategy and you're patient enough, you can beat, I think, any Impossible AI. I'm not patient enough to do that if I'm going to be playing single player. But doing that, you can win. There's no such reliable strategy to, if you're patient enough, you're going to win a multiplayer game. Multiplayer games, you're going to have to do diplomacy and really, you know, predict the moves of your opponent and clever scripting and the right research and then get lucky. You know, it's because there's a lot of people all doing that. So, yeah. Oh, hello. Wait, how do we lose this? Or not lose, how do we lose so many guys? I must not have gotten them all blessed. Commander's running. Oh, that was a bloody fucking fight. Oh, 6 guys? Damn. But yeah, he's doing the casual, put all my money in PD. Okay. Send this guy over here. And go ahead and give them the old... Gotta protect the gams, because they're probably going to attack. Yeah, and this is the point where, like, fighting the AI is not also very... It's like, you learn so many bad things, because, like, oh, when I raid a province, I need to plan on there being 43 goddamn PD, which is, like, $1,000-something, you know? And, like, no, players aren't going to do this, because this is a bad way to spend your money for the most part. They'll do it sometimes, but not usually. So anyway, you learn a lot of bad habits playing the AI. But, you can learn some good stuff too. Okay. I think we'll preach here. I can get some more army dudes. Oh man, we can recruit a lot of these guys. Holy crap. Preach, I guess. Got some Seth Kona coming out. We've already got one at this fort. We need to go ahead and build a lab here. I think we're going to take Micklin, probably call it, because this will be kind of fun. We'll use all our mages in combat. We don't have Scrotty. Actually, you know what? Well, it's going to take me a long time to get Scrotty, because they're 4 points. It's going to be a long time. We're just going to use these guys. And we'll show you some of the stuff. And we're not going to do a ton of the stuff. This will be some of the stuff Utgard can do. Utgard can do a lot more with the mages. The mage lineup is awesome. But we'll end with some cool mage stuff. Okay. And we've got our scouts pumping out, which, God, can they make it? Oh, I think they're going to be able to make it. Excellent. Most excellent. Okay. Can we make scouts here? Okay, perfect. Now, the reason you would make scouts and not the other commanders is they're cheaper. And, well, that's the main reason, is that they're cheaper, but they're also 1 recruitment point. And, yeah, we'll get all this scripted next turn. Impossible AI gets 200 design points and has 2.3 times the income of a legitimate player. Yeah. Seems about right. I think they have some other cheats too they get, like they can get wrecked. Oh, I forgot to put PD in that province. And they can also recruit inside forts, I think. I think sieging a fort does not stop unit recruitment. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of how that works. One gam herding down. But it looks like our PD dump will save most of them. Alright. Our undefended... Oh god, I didn't put PD here. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just liberate this. Okay. And you end up, like, y'all are seeing me put 40 PD here. Do not do this on a multiplayer game. Like, the amount of PD that I have is ridiculous. You should never do this in a multiplayer game. You'll get laughed at. But it's one of the things you learn playing single player that's basically just wrong. But it's needed to fight semi-unintelligent AI hordes, so... All right, here we go. We get to script this. So, Micklin, come and get wrecked, you big monkey. Now, what I actually want to do... Do we have anybody's 80 leadership? Oh, we don't. Oh, this... No, that's a joke. Do I not have any of the other dudes? Okay, I don't. It would be good to have one of the higher leadership dudes so I could put these guys in the line. I would actually kind of want to have them on a sparse line. But what we're going to do here, we're going to have them in clusters on hold and attack closest. Like so. Oh wait, I actually need more clusters here. Just like this. And then these guys are going to be on hold and fire. And these guys are going to be on... I think actually these guys we're going to put on bodyguard duty. Micklin's going to be summoning imps and other things. I don't want them fucking with my dudes. Okay. And we'll get this communion set up, which actually shouldn't take very long because it's really simple. Well, you know what, guys? I'm going to teach y'all how to do this right. And to do it right, it's actually going to take a bit longer. But, you know, we're amongst friends. We're not in a hurry. To do this right, I actually have to forward position these guys. Because I need to get them away from my mages. I don't want to have any other things we can cast on the mages other than the spells I'm trying to cast on them. If y'all copy me. And we'll do a little bit of sweaty tryhardness, because so far this has been the opposite of sweaty tryhard. And oh, whoops, let's move you guys back here. And I want to teach you a little bit of like cool stuff you can do with Utgard. Rather than this being like entirely brain dead productions. We don't have Soul Vortex, so that would be kind of cool to mix in. It lets you do some other even cooler things. Like, there's not even a name for it. For like hyper turbo communions is what it lets you do. But we don't have Scrotty here either, so we're not going to be showing that off. Okay, so these guys, let's have y'all here holding fire, holding fire. I'm positioning these guys forward so that they're not in range of Oh wait, shit. I got these guys on guard commander for the wrong guys. Do I? What is the HP on these guys? 38. What is the HP on these? 9. Shit. I don't think enlarge is going to target right. I'll tell you what we're trying to do, the sweaty try-hard thing, is we want to get enlarge on these guys so that if we do go into turbo communion mode, which we probably actually even won't, so it probably won't even matter, but we would be a little better off. So here we go. Let's put these guys here. So this will be one spot we're going to try to put them. And we're putting 3 per tile because that's how many you can fit for humans. And our spells are going to be Communion Master. And then we're just going to do Horde of Skeletons. Oh shit, I didn't bring any. I should have brought gems to do. This is like Blitz, you forget. I should have brought gems to do anti-magic. But we don't have that. Okay, and we've got 4 Communion Masters. It's not really very many. I think with the imps, it's worth it. We're not going to do the sweaty try-hard thing of trying to get enlarge. To get enlarge off, you really have to control who's in range, or it usually won't behave properly. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So the old-fashioned way, you can see I've scripted them Horde of Skeletons. This is how I do it. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to change the first spell in all of their scripts. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get personal regen. That way, if they do go into turbo communion mode, they'll stay alive a bit longer. And then we're going to do probably like Twist Fate. Just going to keep them from dying. And then this guy is going to do... oh, and I also should do... God, I need Conjuration. You really want to do Power of the Spheres in this too. It makes it a lot better. And then we'll do Personal Luck. And then we'll do Bark Skin on another guy. And now the Communion, at least the slaves are going to be a lot more resilient. And we'll have one other guy, like maybe this first guy. We'll have him go ahead and do Elemental Fortitude 2, and then I'll get it on the slaves, which isn't going to matter with much, but having Bark Skin on it, it's going to be a little bit safer. And actually, because we did all this, I actually didn't need everybody at the back, so we'll fix this. Anyway, a big waste of time, but whatever. And the idea behind this... I probably should put these guys in the middle, too. It doesn't really matter. I went and tried to do all this like little nuance stuff, and I'm just here getting rid of it, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a little better if the skeletons are running down the middle. A little tiny bit better. Okay. Holding fire. We'll put these guys behind. All right. And that's basically that. So we're going to run on top of their capital. And we should pop it in 1 or 2 turns. That should be pretty quick. This force we would use to come kill Arethea. We're also getting to the point now where, like, I guess we'll come do it. Do we have enough... Can we get Conjuration 3 before? I don't know. I think we're going to leave them. It would be easy to stomp out Arethea here, but I think we're going to leave them. Let's just power play. I'm not even going to do the rest of the turn. And we'll just go kill Micklin. We'll call it for the stream. Don't forget the enemy will have imps. Yeah. Yeah, imps are super good. Yoink. Okay, they have nothing on their cap. They bounce off my PD. Excellent. And we've cracked it. And we're going to storm. And we'll leave one... we'll leave this guy on the outside, I think. Okay. He'll maintain siege. That way, if it doesn't work out, things will be fine. And yeah, I mean, this is not going to be like, oh my god, it's so powerful. I mean, we could do it, but we need more mages, and we need gems, and I need to finish Conjuration 3, and we could do like a really strong communion where you see a ton of skeletons. This is going to be just like whatever. But I think what it will do is we close it out. I'm assuming this Micklin thing works. Is I'll talk a little bit about like what the research priorities would be, because I kind of queued things up. I didn't tell you why, and then we'll close it out. No, it appears it's not going to be super easy. We got a really long battle. That's the longest turn it's taken. Did Micklin ride out? They did not. Oh, Arethia attacked me. Exciting. We're about to kill them. And that's one of the things. The archers are going to split up the games a little bit, which is a little annoying. So we'll probably lose. My guess is we lose like probably 9 Gam herdings this fight. Is my guess. Hey, why did you run? Did I not script it as spells? Okay, I might not have. I don't know what happened to my communion. There should be way more. Right now I only see 2. They're on advance and cast, which I didn't want. I wanted them on cast spells. So anyway, I had one of them on retreat apparently too. So really things are not ideal at all. And they've run forward, and a lot of them are. There's one here, but I don't know what happened to them all. We've kind of gotten clogged up in this gate a little bit, but we're about to break free. And there it goes. So rest in peace. So that was actually really, really not at all what it was supposed to look like. That was pretty ugly. Communion didn't work. We lost 3 Seth Kona. Basically, it was really, really ugly. 9 Gam herdings. Yeah, that's really bad. So don't use that for any kind of reference of what an early mid-game Midgard or Utgard thing should look like. But what are the things Utgard gets that are really cool? They get... first of all, they can do anti-magic, which is one of the main weaknesses of your Gam herdings that you want to cover up. And one of the nice things about Gam herdings is you mix them in with skeletons, and the skeletons are there to kind of distract things, and the Gam herdings are there to kill them. So it's actually a kind of really nice synergy. So that's a thing that they get that's really nice. And then obviously the skelly spam thing we were doing with regeneration and all of that. Then later on, you're going to get Grip of Winter, which is really easy to do with Scrotty that you plug into the Communion. And then you can also, with Scrotty, do Foul Vapors. We didn't take a Regen Bless, so if you did it, you would probably want to try to do like Poison Ward or something on your own guys, which is up here at Enchantment 4. Which you can do very easily, by the way, with your Seth Kona once they're in a Communion. But it's going to take some gems, so it's going to be easier to do usually when you're defending rather than attacking. You can also do Fatigue Place. However, you know, your Scotty don't have huge encumbrance, but they go Berserk and get extra fatigue from that. So, and when they pass out, if you get to that point, like with Rigor Mortis up, and if you go for a Fatigue play, they will lose their Berserk. So that can be a downside. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in Enchantment. And then Relief is obviously really good too, especially if you're doing a Fatigue play. It's good even if you're not. And your guys, a lot of your guys have built-in cold resistance, so you can just pop Relief and don't do Rigor Mortis and do Grip of Winter, and it can be really good. And then, honestly, 7 is pretty good. You're going to be able to do Frostfend, which you don't really need. Solar Brilliance, which can be nice if you're not doing Skelly Spam. Most of the time, you won't want to cast this. The big one here is Life After Death and Serpent's Blessing. It's going to allow you to do Foul Vapors more easily. And then, especially if you're fighting human nations, which there's a lot of, like Scales nations and Late Age, this can be really good. So rushing enchantment is really good for these guys. In addition, getting to 8 is a pretty big buff, mostly for getting mass regen. But you also are going to get... Oh, no, Frostfend is down here. I think I said it was 7, yeah. These are going to be harder spells to cast for you, Frostfend and Thunderfend, unless you luck into the right mage as an indie. But just mass regen is huge, because now it's like, okay, you have to kill it. The game hurtings get very hard to kill with double the regen. Alteration's great. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with Karate Thugging. We didn't even touch that. Didn't touch it at all. Conjuration's nice. You get Howl and some other things that are really good in here. Power of the Spheres is really good. It makes your communions way more efficient. And yeah, it's that's definitely a thing. Going for Howl and going for whatchamacallit, Power of the Spheres, totally worth going up. Howl is, I believe, 4. Or is it? No, it's 5. Totally worth coming up here to catch Howl if you can. Also, Thaumaturgy is good. You have Communion Mages. You can spam out Soul Slay. It's really nice. The other thing you can do, and it comes online super early, is Growing Fury. And this will just trigger all of your Gamherdings to go Berserk turn 1, which is kind of nice. It's not necessary. The problem with it, it can also trigger your mages to go Berserk if they get hit, so you want to be a little careful with that. If you're going to do this, I'd recommend putting like invulnerability or stuff on your mages so that they're less likely to get triggered to go Berserk randomly. But there's probably some more good stuff in Thaumaturgy too. And then Construction's nice because you actually have really good thugs with the Scrotty. Yeah. So there's a lot of really cool stuff Utgard can do. They scale really well. And they're, in my opinion, maybe the scariest nation in the game for early game. And the reason is because they make so many sacreds, and their sacreds are so good. Like Raga, which has better sacreds, it can't make as many of them. Even if you take like great scales, which means, by the way, you're not going to get as good of a bless. Even if you take great scales, you can make kind of a lot of Zaydens, but I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't even think with great scales you could make like 9 Zaydens a turn. Like you could probably make 7 with really good scales, but maybe not. I don't even know. I haven't played Raga, and even then you have to clear your cap circle to get the resources to make them. The rate at which Gamherdings come out is frightening in the early game. So, anyway, that is Utgard. And hope you guys have enjoyed. I would say we'll look at the graphs real quick. We went down a little bit here when I didn't do the last turn and Arethia attacked. But, yeah, I would say we're stomping the AI pretty good in income. So it's a winning position. So, also, I don't think the AI was... I don't think they're actually that much damage. I don't see a ton of indies here. Oh, there's a fair amount. I wouldn't say they're easier with improved casting AI. I mean, without the... I wouldn't say they're harder that they're getting these extra indies. I don't think that's the case. But I don't know. I think you could play with or without the AI no recruit mod on. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.